It's not embarrassing for us. It's embarrassing for you.
The people involved should be embarrassed about themselves.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't mention this website that was.
No. Well, okay, you can mention it if you want, I guess.
No, it should be a really cool secret. Pogger's secret. That the normies won't know about.
Okay.
Effing normies read.
I can no longer rely on Shikishima.
I'm a normie.
Is that a Sekigahara?
It's Goto.
Oh.
We gotta finish Goto, finally.
Miss Morimura's death has left the Shikishima execs in disarray. Now they won't let me spearhead
Wait, why is
the
this
Sentinel
not full
project,
screen? There it is.
As if I'm just
Oh, I'm not watching this on Discord. Screw this. Hold on. I'll listen on Discord, but I'll watch on the other thing.
There you go.
Miss Morimura.
That's what I've been doing. It's been working much better through my eyes.
Oh.
I feel like I'm watching it through like a swimming pool. Shut up. There we go. Forgot my last couple videos on Twitter or Twitch were playing Log Song. Oops. Turn down the stream volume. There we go. Sekigahara. Goto.
Gotta write a taxi.
Park, please.
Now the question is, have you danced back and forth with every character at this point?
There's a pretty good chance.
I'm fairly sure you do it every time you get a new person.
Yeah, yeah. It's just what you gotta do. Look at his walk. His walk is very.
This guy is probably the most boring guy, like in the game.
Yeah.
The police station. It was yours, Miss Morimura. There's no doubt about it.
It's just stupid. This whole possessing a kid is stupid and like weird.
Well, it didn't exactly stop me. Here I am.
Why don't you have a seat on that stool right there? Keep your hands where I can see them.
Goto says, "Am I going to be arrested?"
Arrested.
Arrested. Well, it's not for me to say.
Yeah.
You're free to leave.
The cause of death was a gunshot to the abdominal area.
No, she should be like, "We found your corpse, and it was definitely you." She's like, "Oh, crap."
Though it's easy to imagine why. The murder weapon was likely from beyond this time. Beyond material bullets. Estimated time of death is approximately 1900 hours.
I haven't heard the critic beep beep boop beep in like a long time.
A pedestrian's eyewitness account, anyway.
They found a witness. This era's police really did their due
Like
diligence.
this is big dumb right here.
What?
They're like talking about stuff that's like too meta to.
Well, these are the two most meta characters, right? They're the ones who have the most deep lore, probably.
I know, and that's what makes them fucking lame.
So she wasn't even under surveillance.
Because they're like too cool to fool.
It's also a fucking nerd talking to a little girl. Like, yeah, cool.
Listen, if you listen to Goto, he's gonna explain the plot, okay? So just let him talk.
Man, I don't. Name's Jeff. I wouldn't get any of it. I still don't get what the hell the future thing is about. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't think I paid enough attention. We need to replay this whole game.
Yeah, we'll start over.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was our murderer.
Though it raises the question of why
Like before the very last scene, we'll do a 25-hour stream where we just replay the whole game.
Just watch a long play of just the story.
Yeah. We'll do it at ×2 speed, so it's only 13 hours then.
Oh, okay.
Brood over things. I can say he's
For
not enough of an
13
idiot to
seconds.
shoot someone on impulse.
Who else could it be?
Oh,
That
you.
man with that call sign? With some numerical name.
Logically
So
speaking,
we know that this girl is the one who killed Chihiro Morimura. So she's playing dumb here.
Oh, we do? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we saw it.
She was Chihiro.
I mean, she is Chihiro, but she killed the older Chihiro.
Oh, okay.
All that's left of 426 is his
Large, yeah, it's not the only thing
Yeah, because
large.
he says that was your corpse,
behavior.
and she's playing stupid while you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, then just
426
kick her in the
certainly isn't
nuts
above
then.
killing.
Like, what
If
is
Eva-san
the
were
the
here,
hold up here?
Well, he doesn't know that yet. We know that, but he doesn't know.
Yeah, she's just
Oh,
We
feigning
know he killed
ignorance.
at least 4
well,
people.
he should still kick her in the nuts.
That's why I shot him dead in the end. If he resurrected himself as an android, maybe that would give him a chance at revenge.
So then, who is
As
it?
a motive, it sounds pretty clear cut.
Oh my God, is it Kisaragi? Is it that who killed
I have one
Chihiro?
more question. Regarding
Yes.
No, it was this person we're looking at right now, the little girl.
Yeah, Chihiro killed Chihiro.
Remember in the alleyway with a Sekigahara?
Well, he was certainly.
But she pulled out a gun.
I felt like he really understood me.
Why would a little girl pull out a gun?
Well,
Because she
used to, anyway.
has the mind of a old
Where's this
person.
coming from?
That
So she killed herself?
doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. According to number 18, or should I say Tamao-san,
According to my asshole.
I
Mouse
had a
statement.
hunch about Miss Morimura's feelings, and my discussion with Tamao-san only confirmed my suspicions.
Recall.
Oh, it's Tamao-san fucking everything up.
I
You
know.
can throw that book fast, let me tell you. Yeah, just wings it from one hand to the other.
Yeah.
In a frame.
Let's walk over to Tamao-san.
Goto-kun.
Oh, that dude's putting his dick out.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry for this. I know it's
and
sudden.
the pelvic thrust.
I need to talk to you.
Stretching the old penis.
Something happened.
It's about Morimura-san. She's
Don't
been
forget, there's no
transplanting
time of day in
426's
this game except for
memories
dusk.
onto Jiro-kun.
Yeah, and
I only
the sky
just
is
found out.
as bright as the face of God
426?
Yeah.
at all times.
The face of God.
No, not
Maybe
that
he's
one.
always just watching, like right there.
Yeah.
She's using the memory data of the man himself. It was saved during the shift.
In other words,
This game is almost like a line-for-line remake of Mad World for the
I
Wii.
did my best
I
to
know.
talk her down.
Do you even know? Do you remember that?
I remember the game. I don't know anything about it.
Still,
I'm just kidding. It was
I don't think
absolutely
she's
nothing
given
like
up on
it. It's just
why
a
is she
weird
trying to
fucking
bring
game
back
of reference.
426?
It had like a black and white art style or something, as I recall.
Yes, I actually liked it. It was kind of fun.
Oh,
I heard it was
In a
good.
dumb
I
fun kind of way.
understand where she's coming from, but Morimura-san is in love with him.
Neat.
Oh,
With 426.
big
Maybe
hot,
she
big
always
hot
has
right
been.
here.
That's why she wants him
Maybe
back
take
as
out his
human.
glasses.
But she has to know
Wait,
the
is he a
risks.
high schooler too,
He's
or is he like a
dangerous
teacher?
man.
He's in high school, but he's
True,
a
but
year above the
that's
other
not
ones,
exactly what she's remembering.
which makes him
He's
super.
still like a 17 or 18
She's
year
the
old,
one
which
who
means he's
killed him.
stupid.
Yeah.
That guilt is still eating at her.
The kids are never this like sly and like savvy to anything. They're stupid.
Watch
Yeah.
over
We got a
Morimura-san.
badass over here. He's 1 year older
Try to
than
keep
us.
her
I
away
know.
from
He's a
Jiro-kun
senpai.
if you
Oh man,
can.
he's not 16. He's
Oh,
17.
keep that
Holy
in mind.
shit. We
Whoa.
gotta respect his ass.
I know.
Thank you.
He's not 8. He's 8 and
I
a
can barely
half.
take the
Oh
idea
my
of one
god.
426, let alone 2.
He's kissed
He's like,
two
actually,
girls.
I failed 14 times. I'm in my 30s.
I'm 8 3/4 actually, so fuck you.
So
Smell
he's
her.
right.
Never mind. He can't.
Miss Morimura did
The
have
dick.
feelings for
Oh,
someone.
put the dick out. Damn.
That guy's squatting down, taking a shit, and then he bent over too. Look at that.
We're trying over here. We can't shit.
When Jiro Izumi lost his memories, he aimed to
Oh,
use him to
my
revive
God.
426.
I don't know who
Make one a vessel
426
for
is.
the
Good old Juro.
That's Jiro Izumi.
One reason seems most likely.
You use Juro to
Harbored
resurrect
romantic feelings
Juro?
for him.
Yes.
Me?
Oh my
With
god.
him? You're joking.
None of the questions
That
better
Chihiro
be on
Morimura
any of
was
this
mine.
stuff.
Remember? You said so yourself.
So, but even though she is young, she's young Chihiro,
My
but she
goodness,
has all of the
romantic
memories of
feelings
old
for
Chihiro,
him?
doesn't she?
Yeah.
How did that happen? I forget
God,
that
no.
part.
Or
do we not know yet?
We probably
She
figured it out.
shifted.
I couldn't really tell you.
Shifted.
They found a compatible body for the memories of the original Chihiro Morimura to
They
transplant.
stuck it in the child version of her.
Yeah, they got in there somehow.
Ever since the battle that
Oh.
That'd be fun to have all of your current memories, but go back to your kid body. I'd be like, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be so much wiser to everything.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I know which games I'm buying, so I can be rich in the future.
Exactly.
I'd know not to pee on the ground in the bathroom in front of that kid.
You could say,
Yeah, don't fall for it.
I could say, Mom, don't bother getting me brutal Paws of Fury for the Sega Genesis. I don't need that game.
Reportedly 426 is doing. He destroyed them all in one fell swoop. According to Ida-san's account, anyway.
Make sure you don't fart in the car that bad so you gag.
That's not what really happened.
That's when my whole life just went downhill.
that was the splitting point right there.
I spoke with the pilot of Sentinels.
Yeah, we're doing Goto's stuff now.
Back then, she gave Miss Morimura
The wrap up.
nobody else would.
Not you.
The truth.
No, you shut up.
Hey.
Everybody shut
Oh
up.
my god. That's so mean. That was very hurtful, Peter.
Wait, what do you mean? Could you go over that again?
Nice.
Our defensive maneuvers failed.
Oh, I love
So we decided to stick
scientist
to the plan.
Amaguchi.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm just gonna stand here.
There's a lab coat.
There was an explosion
Guys, I do
while
the
we were shifting.
science.
I'm super smart.
From what I can tell.
Don't spend a lot of money putting her into this robot or building her because they still go down with one shot.
But that's the last thing I remember.
That's true. They're very easy to
After
kill.
that,
Yeah.
nothing.
But that means... Is that how your data was damaged? It wasn't some plot by 426
Oh, I had
after
the
all?
idea. I don't know how you do it,
Just
but
an
you make the
explosion?
quiz
Mhm.
and then
We
you
never
post
did
it
manage
somewhere
to
on the
completely
internet
reconstruct
as
your
like
data. I thought
only
it was just that you
Omega
didn't get converted in
13
time, but
Sentinels fans will 100% this quiz,
you were all dead
and
before
then
the
see
shift
how
even
many people
happened.
can actually get 100% on
You said he killed the four of them.
it. So you should
Yeah, I
include a
kinda
lot of
forgot to,
specific bullshit questions that you would never know.
Sabotaged them, killed them.
I actually ordered something on a whim from First Four Figures. Have you heard of them?
No.
You lied to me?
Like the really expensive giant like statues of gaming stuff that look really nice that you always like, oh, that'd be cool, but it's too expensive.
Killing him.
You ever seen stuff like that? Like a $400 statue of like Metroid or something
I mean, yeah,
like that?
I've seen stuff like that. I didn't know.
Stuff like that. I ordered one, and now it's like, it was for like a year later or something like that, and I forgot like the last payment's coming or something. I haven't touched it in forever, so I got to pay for it. It's a big mumbo jumbo from Banjo-Kazooie. I don't remember why I bought it, but I was like, eh, it looks cool. And then now I owe like $100 still on it. It was like $300.
Damn.
It was in payments and installments.
Do you?
And it's not coming out till
really
this
not
year.
remember?
Let's see.
Remember what?
Neither is your stupid Game
You've
Boy.
read my files, I
Oh, the
Yeah, that's
analog.
on 2023.
Quite a lot of material in the past.
Literally 20. I was like, maybe I'll get it the quarter two. No,
Including Ida-san's
2023.
God, that
statements
sucks.
concerning those victims.
Because there's so many people
In other
ordered them.
words,
Yeah.
Like, they're
Your
apparently
answer is
going like
objectively
crazy.
incorrect.
Just get a fucking
Really?
Game Boy, you losers.
I have all the Game
Well,
Boys.
Can you blame me? Look at
It
the
sounded like a
body I'm
really
stuck with.
good
I'm
one.
bound to have some memories confused.
Hambupker.
I love Hamburger.
If you recall,
The safe
I
word is
suggested that Miss
Hambupker.
Morimura was mind hacked. That idea was based on a certain piece of evidence I found. One particular
Evidence.
log.
Evie
Say
Day
things like that.
Densei.
If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know. 2 years before
How
you were
big my
born,
cock is.
Ida-san extracted some information from 426 that in turn led to the discovery of the data log in question. As for the log itself, it contains footage from the year 2188. It was found buried in the mainframe data during the analysis of 426.
Oh, duh.
You seem very disturbed by me seeing that file. So much so, in fact, that you ended up deleting all of your logs. Would you mind telling me why you did that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I might have killed
At the
me.
very least, its contents suggested a connection to 426. Or even that he had been manipulating Miss Morimura. The log contained a very interesting report. Apparently, Jiro Izumi downloaded memories onto Chihiro Morimura's clone.
That face when Zero Escape makes more sense than this game.
This is Tetsuya Ida. Don't know why I'm recording this. Nobody's going to hear it.
It's Future Trunks.
Still, might as well. Not like I have anywhere else to share this.
I love when people post stuff and they say, posting this, I was just bored.
Yeah, might delete it later.
Like they'll post artwork that they went super try hard on, but they say, I was just bored
Because you gotta
to make it.
downplay it, or else you seem like a tryhard.
Yeah. But it's like the most thing they put the most work in.
Yeah.
Ever, and
Guys,
so-
I was just bored the last 2 years, so I made Curse 3. No big deal. If you want to play it, go ahead. I didn't have a lot on my plate, so.
Big Poodler, thanks for the follow.
I was gonna say, what was that? What was the noise?
You're all hypocrites anyway.
Dang. Big
What
happy Van
sound
Poodle.
did that make?
It's a Bikin from Guilty Gear. She has like voice clips that I use for the follow.
It was like, I'm so tired. She said something. I didn't hear.
She
what
said,
she
"Yo,
said.
Zansen."
Okay, so it was just like,
Yeah,
was it Japanese?
yeah, it's in Japanese.
Okay, that's why I was like, I thought I heard it, but I couldn't tell what she said.
A lot of my alerts are in Japanese. I don't know what
I
they mean.
knew I heard a noise, but I was like, oh, it was not from the
One you
game.
were
Never mind.
desperate to
Yeah.
keep me away from. So you deleted it. That's my theory, anyway.
Oh.
He's very shit.
Remember when
What's
this
his
all
name?
began?
Dumb.
It was the compatibility experiment.
No,
the one that produced you. Based
Ba-
off Miss Mortimer's
Bakuya.
footage
Oh,
of your
Byakuya?
own missions,
Byakuya.
I
He's
thought
very
you misjudged
Byakuya,
the
and I don't like
situation.
characters like that.
All this time, I believed you were her. But
I think
even
he's
from the
not like
very
smug.
beginning,
Is he arrogant or is
you've
he
been
just
your own
aloof?
person.
He's just aloof. I wouldn't say that he's like thinks he's better or anything. I think it's just
Okay. I think it's just the way he's drawn and the way he stands makes
If
him
I'm not a
come off
duplicate
that way.
of Chihiro Morimura, then who exactly do you think I am?
My
who
wife.
are you?
And he kneels down, he gives her a ring. He's like, I'm hoping my
Well, there
wife.
you have it.
No, not Miss.
That's when
Morimura,
Chris
the
Hansen
teacher.
comes out.
Professor Chihiro Morimura,
Professor Decent.
the one from the year 2188.
So she's not Miss
the
Morimura.
central figure of
She's
Tsushima's interstellar development project.
Chihiro Morimura from 2188, which is a very long time ago. That much we can ascertain. Hold on one sec. Let me mess with something on my computer. Forgot to do something.
Like what?
Grab my nuts real quick.
No, not that.
Is he checking out her butt crack in front of him?
Yeah, probably.
Let me close all my porn tabs to save RAM.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
hold
trying
on.
to do.
When you have 65 open, it tends to eat your freaking resources.
I know, yeah, it's a real bummer. I can't close any of them though. You know what I mean? I really got to have them
Yeah.
open.
You want to pick the right one to finish on later.
A very specific sequence that I have to watch.
You like to name the tabs 1, 2, 3, 4.
The terminal is completely sealed off.
I call it
There
my
he is. He's in a box.
I call it my journey.
Just over there.
They're already on the move.
Sure. He really was.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
Journey to the breast.
Hit my
Oh
operating
yeah, how far did you get on Mass Effect? I didn't see it yesterday. I saw a little bit of the beginning and then I went out.
I think we beat Omega DLC.
Have you played that game before?
I played it. I didn't do Omega before, and I only got like a couple.
You beat Mass Effect 3, right?
No,
Oh really?
yeah, I've seen the ending, but I haven't beaten it.
Yeah. Interesting. Wait, why are they showing her?
I don't know.
She had like a collarbone one.
Yeah,
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
he's like establishing the time period that we're seeing this in.
They all kind of look like you opened the lid to their garbage can and caught them in there, like ruffling through the trash.
What are you doing in
Looking
there,
Down in there. What are you doing in there? They're like, oh jeez.
Yuki-chan? What are you doing in my garbage can?
They all look a little guilty and like a little ashamed of like where they are.
Chihiro-san,
Look at that sunset.
That's all I've seen for the past like 2 months. What are you talking about?
It's all the sun's always setting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you were monitoring.
That's
me
actually
with a
America bombing us.
I have
They all
done
die
you,
like right
yes.
then.
Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to
To
safety.
go alone.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business? You already
Bitch.
know how I feel.
Snap your fingers and walk away.
This is what I wanted.
Still,
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There's a giant cigarette on the ground in the bottom left.
Oh yeah, look at
At
The
least
filter and
none
everything.
left for us.
Yep.
We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing.
I don't know. It
precious
seems pretty
time.
calm here.
that. It's not that bad.
Focus on the job you're supposed
Not
to be
nobody
doing.
panicking. Nobody running around.
Yeah,
No demos.
could probably
Understood.
like hide somewhere here and you'd be fine.
The buildings look fine too. It looks like they just walked through the.
If
Well, I mean, they don't
hypothetically
blow up
you
all the
wanted to
buildings,
know.
Yeah,
right? They like walk through the streets, don't they?
yeah.
Wait.
Because collateral damage is like something that you both
As long as we're both
create
here.
by fighting.
Yeah.
There's something I want to clear up. So, tell me. You were in love with Miss Morimura.
Somebody
weren't
just like
you?
put out all their cigarettes on the frickin' walkway
You
there.
said she was mind hacked,
Oh yeah.
but it was more about you being
Those are,
jealous.
I guess those are
wasn't it?
pylons.
Yeah.
That's construct additional pylons.
What do you mean in love with Miss Morimura? You're 6. You're like 18 years old at the most. What are you talking about? Isn't she a nurse?
Yeah,
You are correct.
but he's
A high
got
school student talking about
Is that
being in
what
love
you
with the
wanted to
nurse.
hear?
he's got the hots for teacher. Come on.
That I was driven by some
Yeah.
cheap, naive impulse.
Dismissed.
That I can't think about anything else.
He's getting angry.
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks
Plus,
like
the one
I'm
that
about to
you
win it.
liked, I shot her bitch ass. He has a goatsy one. He got shot in the wrist? I don't remember that.
I don't
Did he
either.
like lock it? Did he like put his arm up?
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's
afraid
dangerous
not.
out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you...
Step on both of them.
Good, they're extremely dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The crab is like, I see no signs of life, and just keeps going.
Don't worry.
Everything's dead here.
Find your mommy.
Yeah.
I can help you look.
They're looking for
We just
complex
have to run away
brain
right now, okay?
activity. They just can't find it with
Yeah.
her there.
Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan. I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless.
They all love to stand perfectly still and have this conversation instead of going somewhere safer.
There's robots in the area.
Yeah, literally
I'll
within
get back to
sight.
the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her
I need my
too?
Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. Should have a few tubes on hand.
Fine, just hurry up.
I already have it on hand.
You already have it on your hands.
Cock.
Oh,
Poor girl's legs are broke. Oh, there they go.
yeah. You got pigeon toe-itis.
He's only 42%. He already activated his Sentinel?
Yeah, his is different. It's a little different. You have to like recap everything and kind of learn what was happening.
I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly
this
makes
Mention
me
the
feel
sunset.
so nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find, regardless of time
Oh
period.
shit, this is like
Yes,
sloppy.
but
Big sloppy.
You got some
this
sloppy
must
bread?
be- Well, I
He's got
suppose it
multi-
must be one of those places.
He's eating fiber tablets and sloppy bread.
So, where am I going?
I forget. There's a show on Netflix that I saw a clip of
Can't be
recently.
any worse than our last accommodations.
Sloppy bread.
No, well,
As long as
it's
it's not rubble, I'll take
he's
it.
like, oh, I used to eat sloppy steaks,
If it's any comfort,
and
I'm
they're like,
certain
what's
nobody
that?
will
And he's
find
like,
you
oh,
there.
it's a steak, and you just pour some water on it. It's really, really good. He's like, just dump water all over a steak.
Boring.
For all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida.
It's like, oh man, you know what's so good?
And he's still
Boiled
missing,
cheeseburgers.
is
It's
he?
like, what are you talking about?
Yes. Let's go.
Come on, little tyke.
Chihiro-san,
Bitch.
Chihiro, it's on.
You think I'm the professor?
that is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188, namely the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, my nut has
Just
been
some
glued.
hypotheticals. A
Nice.
possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss
You are the
Morimura
professor.
is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Ooh, I've got it so that Discord and Twitch are almost synced up completely.
Oh wow.
It's about a quarter second behind only right now. I don't know. It just kind of goes back and
She
forth a lot.
believed that you were synchronized to her. She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0.
It's actually my asshole you transmitted.
And of course, you entered the world as a newborn.
Oh, yeah, I
Incapable
keep
of
forgetting
verbal
sectors are
communication.
time periods.
So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly, yes. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's
Those
noted
logs,
that he'd
I like
found
those
an
logs.
anomaly.
She's got nice logs,
Chihiro
yeah.
Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide.
Take your finest milk steak with a side of jelly beans. That sounds really good.
The log from the future I saw first.
Only popcorn jelly
The
beans,
comp
nice and
log I
soft.
found with my own ID.
They're disgusting.
Only the licorice ones, the black
The
ones or
first
whatever.
log
Those
I
are
checked held
delicious.
some surprises.
I like the Bean Boozled, the
author
bar
seemed to be
flavored
an
ones.
elder
Oh, those are my
brother
favorite, yeah.
Goto. And the date of recording
Those are from It's Always Sunny.
188.
I'm
I
ignorant
assumed
of that program.
some future version of myself.
Oh
You're
my
just
god,
ignorant in general.
delete your
That's
channel,
okay.
bro. I
Into the
can't
far
believe you
future.
would be ignorant of that.
But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe
I
it's
don't
the other
think
way
that's
around.
the case, bro.
In other words, I myself am a clone of him.
Can you tell that guy in the background to shut up?
Goto's ruining our conversation here.
Every individual I saw in that
Ran
log
your
footage
business.
They all created clones of themselves.
That didn't even work.
Clones. Huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
How do I only charge $5 for an emote? Because I don't
between you and Professor
do too many emotes.
Her field is genetic engineering, I know.
That's really why. If I got a bunch of like work for emotes, I would have to raise the price.
Yeah, if you had like 100 a week, you'd probably be like, yeah, I need to up these.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why.
Just $6.
Yeah, the big 6.
Right.
Recall Takamiya's logs.
No, don't. Bid you.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations
Not
look
too good.
especially the survey
She just has a terrible voice when she's older.
Oh, it's not too good over
It
here.
was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units.
She's looking good these days, though.
That's right.
They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking
Good thing they
down.
all graduated and went into the same
Infinite
field.
cycle of self-replication on
That's
its
pretty lucky.
next target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long.
No, you're right,
after
Big Piddler. I realize that. I'm not like saying it's a.
came to an expert
It's like. I'm not saying my emotes are worth $5. I'm saying I charge $5 so that
the infrastructural storage
people
cell,
will
right?
buy them. I can make them. But I honestly don't get that many requests for them. So you're right though. I mean, I should be charging more.
And if it can't be repaired, well, fine. One probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing.
He's clearly inbred to hell and
I
back.
have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
Damn. Oh, I forgot to close my super glue. Damn.
It's I wouldn't think about it too hard. Like the emotes don't take very long to make, and it's not something I would do like instead of a job. So
There were 15
Don't-
survivors of that
don't-
colony. Each
don't
with a clone
think about it.
established to be
it's just a thing that
Don't think too hard about it.
it's a thing that you can, if you want an emote, I'll give you one for $5. That's it.
You aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen.
He's thinking about buying 1,000 emotes.
Yeah.
Oh really?
I mean, it's basically, it's just
Controlling.
like, hey, I'll draw something for you for $5, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it really is.
Yeah.
And I'll read, if you don't like the way it turned out, I'll fix it up a little bit
Yeah.
once, right?
It's
Yeah.
absolutely
Like if you don't like the way the mouth turned out or something.
Yeah.
Or it's really
Now you're
insulting
just trying to trick me?
somehow.
Somehow it's
It's really insulting. It's like, well, I
Based
could
on that
do a
log.
revision.
Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Why would I know anything about that?
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories? Who was he in the year 2188?
What year are they in currently?
Yes.
Like the 80s or?
This is 1985, I think.
No?
Yeah.
Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro
Tsukasa
Morimura's son.
Yeah, it's Mikasa.
But not her child by personal conventional birth.
Okay.
The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman. In
Egg
accordance
cells.
with the
I love
policies
chicks who
on
donate their egg
population
cells.
control.
So,
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son, which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal
which professor?
instinct.
Mortimer.
Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too.
No. Who's
When
Okino?
it seemed like
Okino
the end was
is
near, the professor accorded him one
Hijiyama's
message.
one
One last
love
chance
interest.
for him to know the truth.
The one who dresses as a girl sometimes.
Oh. So that's Chihiro's
Saw
son.
that?
Yes.
That's what they're talking about.
I think so, yeah.
They found DNA and it's related to the professor.
Yeah.
To access your own.
Something. I think that's what they're saying, is that Chihiro had a son,
Thank you.
Mhm.
and when they were doing the clone DNA, it turns out that Okino is Chihiro's son.
I think you're correct.
Because they're like, what about this one guy? What should we tell him? She's like, nothing. What are we going to tell him?
Indeed. The files I could access were somewhat limited.
He's like, I can walk faster than you.
Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff.
Got nice logs?
Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
Oops.
It's simple, really.
I made a noise. I'm so sorry.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the
I love
biometric
when
authentication
flashbacks are in a
works.
hyper future.
Just
Such a
something.
strange thing.
It's just something you gotta get used to.
Do you remember the past when it was crazy future?
Did it go through? Looks like that got me past the initial
I wish frickin' the
barrier
Guardian,
first.
she doesn't really have a name, from Guardian Legend would just walk out the door and be like, I'm gonna put an end to all this, and she just flies out there and blows them all the demos to hell.
Yep.
Maybe if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a
I really
clue
wouldn't
on
let
your
you leave this
biometric
lying here.
ID matches hers.
if we check her logs.
Oops, he accidentally teleports her to like a McDonald's somewhere.
It really is her ID.
Iori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems
I'm just
unlikely.
a bitch. And she just runs and
I
cackles.
imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never
You and your
intended for
Capri
this
Suns.
world to survive.
Wow, that dude went ham in chat. Holy shit.
I'm just gonna get rid of that.
I totally missed it.
Dude.
Oh.
They didn't want to be here anyway.
Yo, let me follow to get up on my soapbox, bro. Thank you.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream.
Nah.
Kaiju.
It's
Why are they
sunset
coming
time.
this way? The terminal's the other way.
Careful, the city's at 97%. Don't step on
It's
anything.
gotta be a story.
So this is what it looks like on the ground floor while you're doing your overhead strategy sequences.
Yuri?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
all appeared on this side out of nowhere. Just keep running.
It's easy to say, but where are we even supposed to run?
Oh my pizza box. Holy shit.
No, we stole that dude's pizza.
Miwako, I'm sorry I couldn't get you somewhere safer, but I'll handle this. Usami-chan?
Pull up your little skirt.
Woo!
Or that's right, her back, yeah. Her shirt.
Usami-chan! Usami-chan disappeared. What the heck is going on? Don't worry.
Oh my
I'm
god,
going
she's
to
some
protect
kind
you.
of sorcerer.
Everything's gonna be okay. I need to stay logical. Logical. Just so you know, I didn't want to do this. I'm gonna try something.
What's with the Minecraft grass in the bottom left?
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
And like flowers. That's very out of
I know you can see me.
not out of character,
You've
like
got a
out of
grown-up,
style.
Mm.
I need you here right now. Goto? You don't mean Goto-kun? Renya
Oh my
Goto?
god. Horny.
Yep. So you know him too? There you are.
Wow, that was lame.
Where did you come from?
It's cool.
I'm sorry, he didn't just see me run. Who is he? He just talks like a jackass all of
My
a sudden.
senior ID can get me access to the higher level commands. But I still need the biometric authentication to get it started. So I'll need your help.
Some biometrics, he
No.
starts pissing all over her face.
It's not a favor for me. I'm the one
Analyze
who's supposed
this.
to be helping all of you in the end.
Shit's all over the floor.
Don't move.
Are you trying to shift from here?
I need
Yes,
you to
chef.
step away.
Step out of the sphere, Miwako.
Dolce made me want to get more pizza, so I grabbed a couple more pieces. Now
You
you're
probably-
the pizzaless one. Oh,
You looked long and hard at the box, at the back of the box. That's what I do.
Place is
We're inside the underground UFO.
why doesn't she take her
Sector
doofy
4
little hat off?
mainframe.
I don't know.
It's doofy. Sector
What are you
4,
trying
which
to
is
achieve?
86, isn't it?
My ass.
Maximum hypothesis.
But this is like outside of the simulation or whatever, outside of the
Might
fake
get
world.
Just a little easier.
I think this is within the world.
Oh,
Is
no,
it-
Sector 4 is like 2024 or something like that, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't remember the dates.
Do they go in order? Like Sector 0 is like the 40s or something?
I think it's like reverse order.
Oh, okay.
I think it starts like Sector 1 is like 2060 something.
The late one here.
I didn't think you'd come back for me.
I'm
I'm
cool.
shifting you back.
Me neither.
Now, let's get
Oh
started,
my
shall we?
A lot of information. She needs to close some browser tabs.
Yeah, or at least bring him down to eye level. There's some up the top that she can't read for shit, probably.
Or she's like, what are all these pop-ups? Suddenly the www wizard comes up, remember that?
Yeah.
Fine, get left in the digital dust. You could have had a horse.
I'm Chihiro Morimura.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's Aqua Teen Hunger Force, bro.
I'm going to evacuate the populace all at once.
Oh my god, I'm horny.
Readouts
Yeah.
say 1.2 million people in Sector 4. They'll all be force shifted to the year 2025. As in Sector 3.
To the year 2025? You're shifting over 1 million people?
So you don't have to worry about any civilian casualties. That's all.
Wait a minute, Chihiro!
Initializing shift.
So they're gonna put like most of the population somewhere else,
Yeah.
and that's why there's a bunch of NPCs in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Suck. Shit. Oh. I grabbed the wrong ball.
They're like, oh boy, a hellhole.
This looks great.
Oh my
That should be everyone.
We're shifting, holy shit. Shift to my asshole.
It should have said 300 mm, not meters, millimeters underground.
What's the meaning of this? How did you gain access? Explain yourself.
Now he's opening his pack of hot dogs so he can have those.
I just have one favor to ask of you.
A favor?
Well,
Bro, have you ever even strung a guitar up?
No.
I'm actually
Oh
asking on
my,
behalf of
damn,
someone
this
else.
dude.
I can't believe he hasn't done
A young
that.
man by the name of Okino.
I think I have.
Tsukasa Okino?
Dolce's one of those dudes who likes to leave excess string. He doesn't cut them. He's a douche. And then he sits at the public park in a campus
Mhm.
and plays with string hanging off his guitar.
String length affects the tone.
Is that you,
Oh, wow.
Goto? It's been a while. The last time I saw you was
It's been
2
a while.
months before my death.
Santa Claus is back, bitch.
Roughly a year ago, I think. Chairman Ogata. An
Ogata.
AI construct based on Chairman Kengo Ogata. Why would this be in Morimura's files?
Oh, wow.
I see.
Ogata's a lot cooler than a chairman.
This is how she managed to
Yeah.
raise all those funds. She must have used this AI to access the Shikishima chairman's hidden network. Not quite. I'm afraid that was originally
I'm
my
lubricating my
idea.
nut right now.
The good Professor Morimura was only
Your testicles?
following my orders. So all
My
of this was
guitar
by
nut.
design.
Oh, the guitar nut. Okay, I thought you meant your testicles.
Leaking the prototype nanomachinery to the black
Oh,
market.
awkward. Forget what I just said.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Consequences. You're the one who exploited her. If you blame anyone, blame yourself. We were so close to losing Project Ark entirely. Now we must prioritize the project above all else. I'll finally have my second chance at life. You were planning on downloading yourself into a clone. A brave new Earth is waiting for me. I won't let you do this. What is Professor Morimura doing now? She's dead.
I'm talking like a fucking
By that
psychopath.
man's hands, I presume. That's humanity.
Okay, bro. Chill the fuck down.
Self-destructive to the very end. Only a few survivors left now. I give them 3 days at most. My deepest condolences for your imminent death. Shut up, Construct. Your project is over. Unfortunately for you, the Ark is already set off. It's still within comms range. You don't
Why don't they want to show you
clearance.
Ogata?
Because he's an AI construct.
To let an AI
Oh, that's
control
right.
the future of humanity. Not a of the survivors.
His name was also Kengo Ogata. For
Yeah.
some reason.
Yeah. It was I think it's Nenji's father.
So, suppose
Who
I am the
fucks
professor.
Nenji?
The Ogata that we know.
I want to know the truth.
the rough and tumble dude.
I
Yeah.
want to know
His
the
name was-
reasons behind all of
Wait,
this.
who's Ogata? Oh,
But
I thought
that
it was
seems
Goto.
unlikely.
What in the?
I
No,
imagine
Listen.
Ogata is the
fine to
guy
tell
who
me
stands
anything.
like he's gonna fight all the
And where's
time.
that?
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be
oh my
inconvenient
god!
for you
I
if we
don't
had
But his
one of
name is
those.
not whatever that dude was. That's like his
Considering you're
relative or
trying to
something, I assume.
eliminate
Yeah.
us.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
Chairman Ogata.
Oh my
From
god!
the very
what the
beginning.
fuck? I don't know anything.
You never intended for this world to survive.
You think I'm trying to destroy the world?
I do.
So you think I'm enabling the kaiju now? Even though I've got more reason to hate them than any of you?
That is true, at least. You're clearly not on the kaiju's side. After all, they are a
saw
threat
the
to your
deep
primary
cover.
objective,
Dang it.
which would be to carry out the plan you formed in 2188. However, that plan may now be untenable. The situation has deviated too drastically. Recall when I brought you to the underground UFO? I believe you said something like, it was out of your
Yum yum
hands.
yum up.
Remark in the UFO.
This is the mainframe of the UFO?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty lame,
Honestly,
huh?
Okino-kun. You can't take anything else in life
It's a real
seriously.
shithole.
So why
Yeah,
do you put so
you
much
ever heard
time
of
into all this?
A sink or a frickin' trash can? You got androids dead on the
Just
floor
talking to
everywhere.
myself.
A dog wouldn't take
More
a crap in
importantly,
here.
Look at this mess. Something unpleasant must have happened
With
here.
being Hunger Force.
Most likely.
Got 3 raw chickens on the floor.
Kishima android. Probably left here by Ida-san.
I'll clean it up. He's just picking up androids.
They've all been shot. External damage suggests the weapon was a phaser. They're all out of commission. Too damaged to function.
I see. Let's get started
That was
then.
tasty.
Is it really possible?
I have a fairly comprehensive grasp of this system. This abnormality all comes down to the decode, right? I should be able to get rid of it.
Why would Miss Morimura push for Operation Aegis if this was an option all along?
Well, you said it yourself. She's either being controlled by someone, or she could be trying to save herself.
That's not right. Hold on. That file system hadn't even been analyzed yet. How did you gain access?
I have a senior admin ID. Access privileges for the entire system.
But you're only
Somehow got
4.
access to an account that high level?
Yes, I have my ways.
But she's actually has the brain of a 3,000-year-old
Mainframe has been
demon.
damaged in an attack. It's barely operational.
Why demon?
Able to
Yeah.
process
Demons all of a
much
sudden
here.
in this game.
Well, not much choice. I'll have to send direct instructions to the command ship.
Command ship?
The mothership in orbit.
Command shit.
It can send commands
Credit
directly
shit?
to the UFO.
Oh, I love shits.
An arc? Some grand design from the people of the future?
Either that or a base of operations for an alien invasion. The comms channel to the command ship is cut off. Must be hiding somewhere
Have
beyond
you ever
the
worn a
horizon.
t-shirt?
Looks like about 35
And
minutes
no,
until the
shut
comms
up. I wasn't
event.
done. Have you ever
Why'd you
worn
put
a?
such a big pause in there?
Time to find another
Because
link.
I was thinking
Well,
about how
this
good
cut
this
off the
question's
kaiju's
gonna be.
attack.
It It should be able to solve the problem at its core.
Have you ever worn a t-shirt
However,
and then somebody
it can't stop
like
any commands that were already processed.
stops you and say, "Hey,
That's out of my hands.
nice t-shirt."
Which means
every single day of my life almost, and that's not a joke. Like my ex used to make her angry how often people would say, "Oh, I like your shirt, nice t-shirt." "Oh, hey, I like your shirt." Like everywhere we would go. And then a couple of times she wore one of my shirts and people would say it to her.
That may be best.
She's like, what the hell? She's like, it's just t-shirts. I'm like, I don't know. People just always compliment my fucking clothes. And it's like the most generic clothes you could ever wear.
Yeah. I got that a lot too for certain t-shirts.
Oh, nice shirt. I like that, yeah.
No matter how you
like, why is everybody... She would think girls were hitting on me. I'm like, no, they're just probably dorks.
The most direct fix would be eliminating the decode.
Hey, nice t-shirt, man.
Then you would just restart the loop anew.
Hold on. I'm gonna post in Discord what shirt I was wearing every time. Let's see.
Probably Bonkle.
You need them to destroy all the sector's mainframes. And therein lies your goal.
Delete the
mainframes. You want this
mainframes.
world destroyed so the timeline can be reset.
It was probably the
obstacle,
shirt that says, "This is a nice
Operation
t-shirt."
Aegis.
And everybody's like, "Hey, nice shirt."
They're just going along with the joke.
Aegis
Oh,
isn't just an ordinary
well,
defense system.
I could see that's a bacon
Causes a
t-shirt.
terminal to
That's
seal itself
pretty
off in
cool.
self-defense,
Oh, let me take a look at it.
preventing anyone
Oh,
from using
yeah,
it to
yeah,
control
yeah.
the world.
Yeah, it looks pretty tasty, honestly.
Terminals are sealed off. Will be severed from the mainframe.
I don't remember why me and Jack found that the other day, and we're like, are you fucking serious?
Well, you can post anything on Redbubble. It doesn't mean anything.
I know, but like somebody is probably wearing it.
Somebody's wearing it. Okay. I wouldn't.
How do you
go
think I
that far.
found that?
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Because somebody uploaded that to Redbubble.
Miss Morimura's murder, and you asked me who I think did it.
That doesn't mean somebody's. That doesn't mean somebody's clicked to buy it and is wearing it right now.
What about that?
Then I believe
Hold on, there's a t-shirt in my brain that
Miss Morimura.
we talked about before. Saw it was like a close up of an orangutan's face, but it was also Boba Fett. Oh no, you made Boba Fett wearing it. That's right.
An interesting theory,
I
if also
remember.
an incorrect one.
Believe me, I understand why you'd view me with
Oh,
hostility.
it's that orangutan Boba
Certainly
Fett
Renya
shirt.
Goto
Yeah, I
was
like
responsible for
You
chasing
did it.
you out of Newman. Even if it was on Shikishima's behalf. A buyer simply
What's
eliminating
Newman?
liabilities.
Chasing you out of Newman. I don't know what Newman
I think
is.
it was like a organization that they were a part of, maybe before.
Okay, because I haven't heard that name brought up yet.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was also.
Project Arc.
Newman.
Under Kengo Ogata's oversight.
It's Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kengo Ogata, of course, being Nenji Ogata's father. And Shikishima's chairman, who recognized your talent. He passed away in 2187. His
Your
age
quote-unquote talent.
But the other Kengo Ogata is perhaps more
Oh, dang it.
relevant. The one you created after his death using his memories. An AI construct. You were letting it control you.
I was just getting advice. Dug that out of a log too?
I was
Yes.
getting crypto
Renya
advice.
Goto
bro.
found that AI. The
Buy,
log was
sell, buy,
recorded in
sell.
the colony after your death.
Invest in crypto.
Buy 100 Dogecoin and then sell it and then buy it again.
You set it so that she'd download your memories.
Buy it from yourself.
Yeah, see if
It's
you would
clear
make
this
any money.
project was not a selfish endeavor.
We used to rip on Carl all the time for that.
Duty to
He's
save
not
humanity.
that, not for Bitcoin
Also
buying.
trying to bring
He would
Kengo
he would
Ogata
like
back
buy
to
a
life.
PS3 or something,
So
and then like
Professor
a week
Morimura
later
takes
sell it
over
back to like
Chihiro
a regular
Morimura's
exchange or
clone.
GameStop to buy
And
something else like a
presumably,
360.
Kengo Ogata
And then he'd
would
go
take over
buy the
Nenji
PS3
Ogata's
back,
clone.
and I'm like, it's probably your same one. You probably lost like $100 on that trade
That's why
right
you're
there.
so intent on sticking to the plan.
He would never keep stuff. He would like when he wanted something, he'd look around at what he could get rid of instead of just saving money until he had
She
it
had to die.
and then keeping both.
Her very survival endangered your
But
ultimate
yeah, I think we
goal.
counted. He bought like a PS2 and an Xbox
That is a
360
shame.
like 7 times or something like that
This
each of
isn't
them.
ideal. but you know too much.
Look, you're an idiot.
Goodbye.
I was wondering when she was going to pull a gun on him.
Damn. About to bust
It's been
a
a
cap.
while since anyone's pulled a gun on anyone in this game.
Oh, it's locked now.
Like what the game's all about. 85 is only one. Yeah, only one roll.
Yeah. So we gotta finish.
Yeah, 85 means you're at their point of turning into their Sentinel, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the dude. It's the Sector 3 UFO, though.
Where do I begin?
Ow.
Well, I think I finally found what we needed.
So that is Chihiro's son?
Problem.
Yes.
I'd prefer to handle the introductions first, but...
And that... Hijiyama, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants him real bad, and he doesn't know why, right?
Yeah, he's a little confused.
He's like, I'm sexually confused about him, because I like when he wears a little dress and dances around the butthole for me and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was tied up, and he was like saying... They had him tied up for some reason.
Yeah. Tsukasa had him tied up and was teasing him, and he was like,
You're like, you like this shit, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's like reading his thoughts. It's like, oh, actually, it seems like you're enjoying this.
You remember our talk about the decode?
It's like Mel Gibson. He's like, oh no, don't punish me. He gets on the bed.
It's the thing calling the Deimos, right?
You got it. More specifically, the important part is its connections to 3 discrete points. One of those points is the command ship in orbit, which I'll show you here.
The other's my butthole.
From that ship, it extracts the
You
data
wouldn't
of
say
the
that. Don't say
Deimos
that.
themselves.
Yeah, come on, dude.
That data is used to manufacture
You're
them
out of
in the automated factories in Sector 1. Then the factory-fresh Deimos are deployed to attack Universal Control. And that's how the decode works.
Decode?
So why do the attacks make people disappear?
I might actually have the answer to that one. But, well, it'd be better if you heard it from her, the command ship.
Huh? Hey, the stall is moving.
Help me.
Stop!
It stopped.
Oh, it worked.
Is the stall some
I have the remote control.
Must have come from above ground. I'm definitely triggering the voice recognition, but... looks like my operation authority has been revoked. My commands aren't enough to shut them down. They'll be back in action soon.
Hey,
Well, one shot should take care of it, no problem.
Yeah, we just need the gun.
Stop!
this doesn't look good.
You're telling me. We need to go. Something's off.
Yeah, my pants are off.
Oh, he's like, now we're talking.
What's wrong?
That console.
Did you ever just want to like hold a guy like real
Looks like I
close?
can only
Not
use the
me. I'm
controls
just
from
saying.
there. You stay here. I'll go set the timer.
I just wonder what it might feel like.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean it's not a big deal or anything. I am right here.
Stop!
And these robots are like coming at us. Might as well.
Okino!
Do they have to like keep telling it to stop because they keep? It's not listening.
I guess
Or it kind of is listening. It doesn't. He doesn't have the authority to stop it like all the way.
Why only me?
I don't know.
I have to get back now, or Okino might not. Someone. Anyone. I need to find someone who knows how to time travel.
Are there any time travelers on campus?
Sekigahara would know.
Well, I mean, time hasn't moved at all since the game started. It's been sunset every single minute of every day, so I think you got infinite
That
time.
nurse would know as
Yeah.
well.
I want like a brownie or something right now, but I don't have any.
That'd be good.
Sounds pretty good. Looks like sprinkles on it.
This is hardly the time for a snack.
I mean, could use a yakisoba pan.
I can't seem to find that teacher. Excuse me, miss. There's something I need to ask
Can
you.
you go back in time?
Sure. What's up?
Tell me about Miss
I'm looking
Morimura.
for a teacher named Morimura. Do you have any idea where she might be?
You need to find Miss Morimura? I think she already went home for the day.
Really?
Shit. Shit,
Of all
fuck,
time,
thank
she
you.
had to be gone during an emergency. I'll have to look somewhere else. You've been in the area for a while, right? Seen any suspicious characters? Sharp eyes, acting fishy?
Yeah, right in front of
You.
Uh,
Oh,
never
that is
mind.
what she's saying.
Yeah. He's like, oh, what? Break area. Nobody.
And then Paper Cut by on the Hybrid Theory album from Linkin Park starts playing here. They got like some licensed music all of a sudden. That would be odd, not a place if it just started playing right now.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
This is for you.
Is this how he gets his confusion?
What's this?
I really like you.
Because that's the same person, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Don't be crazy.
Gotcha. Deja vu, huh? Isn't this where I confessed to Nenji
Don't grab my
and Gata
wiener
too?
unless you want to.
Oh god
Like
damn,
it
now I
really
have a
got to
boner.
you. I thought you might be feeling left out, so...
You idiot. You thought it'd make me happy for a man to confess to me?
Guess not. Huh.
Yeah. I'm not happy at all.
He's like, as long as you wear that wig, I think we'll be fine.
Well, enough of that.
Turn around, bend over. Yeah, this could work. I can deal.
Starting to think this is gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right. This is the end.
Yeah. Oh.
I need another drinky foo.
Huh? You?
You guys want one?
Wait, maybe.
Yeah.
This was the correct area to search.
I want a big old slurp of big suck.
I want some Slurpees.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's...
BJ.
You're the scout unit that was with Sekigawa.
Oh, you know what's so good? Beefaroni drink,
have
like
this?
beefaroni soda. It's so good.
Beefaroni
Who
flavored
are
soda.
you?
It says now with more chunks.
Take you. Let me take you to Okino's location.
Wait, is this current or is this a flashback?
This is current?
Did he find somebody who could take him back?
Yes.
Okay, yes, he did. He found BJ. So time flows in the other place at the same rate it's flowing here. He's not going to go back to, like, is that what's going on? He's still being chased by those androids?
You could think of it that way, or you could think of it as not time travel.
Okay, just like place travel.
Exactly, yeah.
Here.
What is this?
Well, why are you holding it, dumb? Have you ever held a gun like that in your life? I came picture holding like an NES zapper like that.
Yeah.
It's like a weird object.
Yeah.
Oh, see? It's even what we were saying. Hey, just get a gun, man.
Yeah.
They each
Yeah.
only take one shot. Just bring it back.
Then let's move.
Is he still sitting there saying stop every couple of seconds?
Stop. Stop.
I'm on it.
They punched me in the dick! They better not have bent it!
hope his dick and butthole are both intact.
In any order. Boom!
Alright. Oh, I should check on Okion, I guess.
I'll be like, you came back for me. I knew you wanted my dick and butthole. He like walked all over him right there.
Yeah, he did.
He had the layering a little wrong. Oops, sorry.
Don't talk. I'm here.
The letter. Read my letter.
No! Hokino!
All the letter says is, you're totally gay now. He's like, no!
No.
Wait, what? Why'd that happen?
It's probably...
Is it like an RPG death where he just like fades?
It's
Blink away.
universal control, the
Oh.
mainframe.
So is he fine?
Well, probably.
Or like going into like a medical chamber or something like that somewhere?
I don't know.
I don't know what isolated control is.
Oh my god, it's when your butthole's on fire.
Approaching
Oh, neat.
Sector 4. So I'd like to share the Sentinel with you.
It's literally just a picture of
I hid it in the
Okino
ocean in
goat
Sector
seeing.
5.
Like,
It's the
ew!
one
And
I'm
it just throws the
piloting.
letter.
Sentinel number 12. If anything happens
Oh, he's
to
giving
me,
him his
you'll
sentinel?
need access
Yeah,
to
this,
it.
this is like the explanation for why they share the
So I
same
made
Sentinel.
One last adjustment to your
I
body on
see.
my own.
Wait, where's it? Does he have a button?
The Sentinel
Yeah.
activation switch is
It's
on
his
your left
dick.
forearm.
Okay.
Activate Sentinel.
That scout unit said you were isolated. If you really are alive, if you're out there somewhere, then you're going to need a home to return to. It'd be a shame if it was gone. So, I'll fight to my last breath to save it. That's all the reason I need.
What a weird story he's had.
Yeah.
Like, he really loved bread and noodles.
Let's go.
Then he, like,
Sentinel number 12.
got trapped by a cross-dresser.
Uh-huh.
Then he fell for the cross-dresser and saved his life, and then took his sentinel.
Yeah.
that's it.
That's pretty much it. And he's
Yeah.
in a different
I was wondering when you'd show up.
like era than his own. He's like kind of fish out of water.
What was that? I thought I heard Okino's
Oh, he has an
voice.
ethereal sentinel.
You did.
It's
me.
a ghost one.
Okino.
You can't see them, but I do still have legs. No ghosts here.
So the scout was right.
I'm still alive. Because
Wait,
we
whose
shared
sentinel's
the
he using
Sentinel,
then?
They're in the
Oh,
same
they're in the
Sentinel.
same
people I
sentinel.
can
That's
communicate
right.
What can I do? How do I save you?
with. I can't go back to that world anymore. I was cut off from it to keep me alive. This was the answer, Hijiyama-kun. Remember what we talked about? The mystery process eating up 80% of the interlocutor's memory? Our hearing, vision, scent, touch, and taste. It was supplying sensory data, everything we ever perceived. It made everything in that world seem real. That was practically its highest priority function.
Seem real? You don't mean it was all fake? My home? The factory?
The 5 sectors are not reality. Besides the 15 of us, every human
He's gonna be
we've
so
ever
sad
known,
that his Yakisoba-fan was
they
not
were
real.
created by universal control. That world is a simulated space, a massive, perfect illusion for us.
None of it was real.
These cockpits we're in right now,
Just like Twilight Town was a simulation for Roxas, and it also only existed at a specific time of day.
Exactly.
But it's one of those things where, like, if somebody was telling you this, you'd be like, well, my sensations and my memories of it are all real and in my head, so who cares if it was fake or not?
Right.
I still experienced it. It's like eating a hot dog. It's like, don't you know what's in there? It's like, it's still good. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I figured it was just a speck I hadn't noticed at the time. But it wasn't even a cockpit at all. They're growth pods, meant to keep our bodies healthy. We were born inside these pods. We have never known life outside of them.
He's just like real into it.
If all that's true, how do we get out?
I don't know if we can get out. But at least one thing's clear. If the Deimos invasion destroys the world we knew, then we will all die inside these pods.
Fat chance of that. You're shameless, shrewd, and infuriating. People like you don't die so easily.
But what would they care if their Matrix bodies that they didn't experience a real thing in their lives die?
And the people I love.
Because it means they won't get out of the pods in reality, in the real reality. I think.
But how do they know what the real reality is like? It might be shit.
I guess you're right.
Let's go.
But they're holding on to that hope that they can experience the real reality.
That it's not a bunch of spiders like taking care of their pods or whatever.
Exactly.
Alien robo
This
thing.
Yeah.
Whatever the Matrix was.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's finish this shit up.
Well, at least Hijiyama's was easy to understand, his story.
Yeah, yeah.
For the most part. His was not too convoluted.
This shouldn't take too long. I'll send you the data once it's ready.
Oh dear.
That would be great.
But I must say,
Tell me they
this
get
is
together,
a
they better.
surprise. Okino-kun really managed to push this through? Integrating this half-coded thing into the control system?
Thank you. No, well, Okino wanted to tell you that. Thank you.
Okino-kun said that?
He said the analysis wasn't complete yet. So he
The
appreciates your help with
analysis
all
was
this.
incomplete.
Oh,
Analyses.
yeah, how close in their Sentinels are they? For all we know, Okino is bent over in front of them.
The message was Okino's, and I'd like you to know I'm grateful as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to the battle.
That boy. So he appreciates me.
So
does he?
the Deimos are invading and destroying a makeshift world made to
Well,
house
that
the
is a
fake
shame.
bodies of the Sentinels,
This isn't ideal.
who are sent to
but
stop
you know
the
too much.
Deimos from doing that to them.
Goodbye.
Wait,
Well, it's a. This is a simulation where aliens are invading, or kaiju are invading, because the code was taken from a video game where you fight kaiju.
Does that sum it up?
So the simulation is being taken over by enemies from a video game.
If you recall, I specifically acquired this
but why
gun
was
for
the
your
simulation
purposes.
made in the first place? Is that
You
what
had
it's still
concerns
going
about
into?
self-defense.
Yeah, I think we still need to figure that out.
Okay. That I didn't think that was told yet, so I was like, okay. But the Deimos are just a freak accident of a game code getting in there.
Basically, yeah, the decode.
Might not be an accident, but something was not supposed
Perhaps
to
I
be
wasn't
there.
clear.
Yeah.
For safety reasons, neither one of us can be shot with this gun.
And it's
I
screwing
configured
up
it very
the.
specifically.
It's basically screwing up the growth of these people who are supposed to become something
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
As I suspected.
Hey, is this
This gun records the time of its
Yes.
last
It's
discharge.
called Sector 7 Park?
And that
Is
time
that that
looks to
elephant
be
slide?
It does look like it, yeah.
Estimated time
A little
of death.
bit, like a tiny bit at least.
Yeah.
Don Corneo's wagon's about to ride
You
through.
used
Yeah.
this gun to murder her.
Who built a nose in the sand?
I don't know.
Now, on the day of the crime, you yourself were using the drone to
He's
keep
still
tabs
trying to
on
grill
Miss
her about her
Morimura,
murdering herself.
weren't you?
Well,
Based off of your expenses for that day,
we're
I presume
we're
you took a
getting it
taxi
all
to the
laid out
crime
here, I
scene.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
How much do you have in that pocketbook? Were you just playing dumb this whole time?
Yes.
When did you realize? What
Playing
gave away that I
hardly.
was the professor and not her?
I am.
I'm
dumb.
dumb as shit. I just like to speak
There was a
pompously.
specific moment. It was back when Miura found you here. You described Miura as an excellent design engineer. But the Miura of 2188 was the design engineer, not him.
Did you dig that out of Renya Goto's log too?
No. That I learned through Miura, the AI of Sentinel number 17. He also told me about the existence of the logs.
He also told me you're a whore.
So, what happens to me now?
So, I'm a whore.
If you're not killing me, I assume you're at least locking me up?
Considering what you did to Miss Morimura, I'm admittedly conflicted.
Isn't that just suicide, sort of?
It's complicated.
Vengeance isn't going to bring her back. So, with that in mind, I would rather choose the path that gets me closer to the truth. That is what I want now.
I wonder if you like, if time travel was a thing,
she never could.
and you are known to the world like a Hitler, like a hated person, but you go back in time as your younger self and kill your older self so that you don't grow up to be that, would people consider you a hero? Or would you still be Hitler? Just not evil yet.
That was clear enough from all the evidence I found.
I don't know. Why don't
It's
you
not
ask
really an
Hitler?
answerable question. I was just wondering what people would think of you. It's like, well, I mean, they did it. They're not going to grow up like that. But like, do we still hate them? Because they have the potential.
At that point, I can only assume.
Yeah.
Izumi sympathized.
I mean, you're duplicating yourself by going back in time.
Yeah,
You know?
but making sure that the steps that led to that version of you don't happen.
He just wants to live again. But
Bro,
you,
bro.
why are you so intent on transplanting your memory?
Because
I swear, bro.
there has to be a leader.
You're like trying to 1v1 me in
Without
race,
someone
bro.
to guide them, teams dissolve into fear, spite, resentment. It'd be the colony all over again.
I see.
What were they,
As I
little petty
suspected.
children up in the colony?
Your devotion to this goal is inspiring in some way.
Yeah, how did the colony become, like, eradicated?
Are you a gambling woman? I'd like to propose a bet. We'll leave the terminals alone for you. We won't let Aegis seal everything off. Your loop would still be viable.
And in exchange?
As it currently stands,
And then a white gelatinous blob appeared over the river.
plan without some compromise. But consider this. Even this final phase won't
And a girl with a
truly be the
katana
end.
came out, bro.
We'll have
Oh my
plenty of
God.
struggles beyond
And
it.
then pushed her over?
Plenty more pain ahead of us. If we can prove to you that we will overcome that,
I gotta say, I didn't
if
like
we
that
prove
game
to
very
you
much.
that we can face the unknown,
Yeah, it was
then are we not worthy
it was
to
weird that
take
it was
the
Kind of
both.
pedestrian.
It tried to have both the slice of life stuff and then also like the weird.
You make
I just
an
didn't find any of the
interesting
characters
point.
very interesting. They were all just cookie cutter.
We can solve this
Anime
problem
trope.
ourselves. So my proposal is this. Let us fight our war.
Bro, did you even watch the
No
whole thing?
sabotage.
Yeah. I listened to you stumble through that fucking dialogue for like
Gets
2
to
streams.
reset anyway.
That's your bet? You don't stand a chance.
Well, I suppose we'll see about that.
How the hell did we read the entirety of Danganronpa
I know.
live?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Aegis activated. Is anyone too compromised? to
There
keep
he is. We
fighting?
haven't seen Ogata in a long time.
Yeah.
We've barely had a moment to breathe.
And I totally forget who she is on the right. It's been so long. Oh, she's gone.
I can keep fighting.
There are 3 terminals remaining. We can protect 2 of them with Aegis. But we're on our own with the last terminal.
So in theory, these are fake people fighting video game fake robots.
Yeah.
That's still 10 hours off.
Theoretically.
Or at least cloned people who are like a machination.
But her plan is our last hope. Then we fight to the last, until we have nothing left.
The kaiju are heading for the next terminal.
Brace yourself, Keitaro. We are soldiers, and this is the moment we trained for. Hours, days, it doesn't matter. We'll hold the line. Let's go.
and then we'll kiss our boyfriends afterwards. Like, what? All three of them, like, excuse me? I mean...
Or whoever, girlfriends, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But especially the boyfriends.
Shit! I said the
I mean,
just cuts off.
Yeah.
End transmission.
What is it now?
You know a way to link up with the command ship. One that doesn't rely on its position, don't you?
You're thinking of when I revised the decode.
Right now.
Why don't you just delete the decode?
And this
Too
is
late.
where you reveal some new leverage over me.
Just put out a patch.
I can't wait to hear what log you found this time.
No. This time, I'm asking a favor.
Yeah, anime Harry
You have
Potter,
to be
bro.
joking. You do realize the position
No, the other
I'm
one has a
already
lightning
in?
scar on his forehead, not him.
I do.
Yeah.
Even still, all I can do is beg. I just want us to have a chance.
This is the most idiotic... I lied to you, you know. Do you know which lie I'm talking about?
Not this time.
When I said I wasn't going to like you. You're an infuriating man.
Why? He's an arrogant ass.
Chihiro-san.
You're still talking to a high schooler, you know that, right?
Ready? Everyone, listen to me. We can communicate with the command ship out of range. I'm realigning the 3 surveillance satellites to their relay positions. We should be connected soon. However, the satellites have to move outside their preset tracks. They'll enter the gravity well and plummet to Earth. Your connection will only last until they hit the surface. You'll barely have any time to do this. Am I clear?
Thank you.
Honestly, humans can be so irrational. Though, I guess, I might be the most irrational one here. If you actually manage to pull this off, then I expect you all to take responsibility.
Chihiro.
Will you shut up and just let us fight? Thanks.
Brother.
One of their transmission screens just disappears. Like, oh, she was shot down while she was just listening. Should have paid attention to the fight. There she is.
She's so beautiful. Alright, that's the end of the visual novel stuff. That's it forever.
There's still 15 more hours of fighting, though.
It's true. Well, no, we got to... What? It might just be 2 more, maybe 3 more, I forget. Yeah, I guess we'll keep going. Unless everybody's getting sleepy.
No, I don't care. I've been awake very late for a little while this week.
I have 1,000,000 points to spend. Oh, might as well start to... leveling.
Yeah, you do have a shitload.
Literally 1,000,000 points.
Literal million, yeah. He's gonna buy everything he can.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just enhance, enhance, enhance.
This guy...
Pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
I think we should save it for...
I imagine the ending's gonna be pretty long.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Alright, well, okay, I'll just leave that action for next time.
Plus, I have a 2-hour-long, really good video to show you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2-hour long.
Well,
Okino is my hottest chick of the game so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just look at her.
Yeah, put that wig on, everything's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe even Mr. Pants. What's his name? The cat?
Oh, Fluffy?
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.